Before we jump into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to Many Realms. If you're looking for good deals on Final Fantasy or other Magic the Gathering related products, be sure to check out Many Realms. I'll post a link to their website in the video description, and I definitely recommend giving them a look.
Hey, what's up everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and today we are going to crack open another Final Fantasy collector box. We're going to do a little battle. Most of y'all are familiar with how this works, but for those of you who are not, we have 4 participants. We're going to open this thing up. Each one of them is going to get 3 packs. We're going to open those packs in rounds of 3, adding up the mana values for all the rares and all the mythics. And at the end of this thing, the person with the highest total mana value and the person with the lowest total mana value amongst rares and mythics are each going to get 1 additional collector pack of Final Fantasy to go along with their spoils. In the event of a tie, we will take the highest mana value mythic as the first tiebreaker. The highest mana value rare as the second tiebreaker. And if we need a third tiebreaker, we will go down the line with the highest mana value rare until there is a tie, no more. Pre-release weekend. How's everyone doing out there? I hope everyone had a chance or has a chance to play a little with the new set. I have played in 1 event, and I actually have at least 1 more, maybe 2 more lined up. So I'm excited about that. I actually had a lot of fun. Found the set to be enjoyable. I'm looking forward to experiencing it more. So yeah, but how's everyone enjoying the set so far? Are you enjoying it? I hope the answer is yes. If not, I hope you have an opportunity to. All right, let's distribute some packs here. We have 3 for David S. We have 3 for Daniel B. 3 for Ezra, the Wizard. And 3 for JB. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun, and let's pull some fun stuff along the way, too, right? All right. Here we go. Start off with a Sephiroth token. Yeah, neat. Nice little emblem. And, ooh, that is a borderless foil Cecil, the Dark Knight, which does flip into the Redeemed Paladin. That's a fun hit. And that is a 1/4 mana value. Next up, we have a Through the Ages. It is a foil. It is Sir Conrad, or Golbez, but it is an uncommon, so we do not count that towards the mana value. Next, we have Venat. Nice. Another card that does flip. I love the art on this card. And it does flip into the Mother Crystal. Beautiful. That is a 3 for mana value. We have Minwu. It's a 5. Furion, which is a 3 in the borderless. And a pack foil Ultimate Origin of Oblivion as a rare. And we hit our planes. Got a summon Fat Chocobo. Summon, excuse me, Anima. And that's going to do it there. All right, let's add up some mana value here. We have a 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, let's just make it easy. 10, 13, 16, 17, 5, 10, 13, 16, 17 it is for David. 17 it is. All right. Next up, we have Daniel B. Last box we did was a Mythic Marathon. I found generally that these boxes are in the 7 mythic range, but that was not the case in the last box we opened. It was 14 mythics in that thing. All right, here we go. Daniel B. Start off with Joshua, Phoenix's Dominant in the borderless foil. It does flip into the Warden of Fire. Pretty cool. That's a 3 for mana value. Next up, we have Mizzix's Master, which is Dawn Warrior's Legacy. That's actually the first time I've seen this card. And that is a rare, so we will count it as a 4 mana value. It appears to be non-foil, but beautiful art on that. Xenos as a 5. I'm not going to be able to flip all of these, but I'll try to showcase some of them. Squall. I do like this card. The Borderless Squall, that's a 4. And an Umaro Raging Yeti, that's a 6. Lots of mana value there. And Zodiark, Umbral God, which is a 5. We hit our uncommons. We have a borderless foil, extended art, and that will do it there. All right, so what do we got going on for mana value? 5, 9, make it easy on ourselves. 5, 10, 14, 20, 24, 27. Run that back here. That's 7, 13, 17, 27 it is. Woo! That might be amongst the highest mana value packs I've seen yet. All right, Ezra, you are up next. Come on, come on. Ezra, will you break the seal on the mythics? Ooh, borderless foil fire crystal. Not a terrible start there. I love the art on these. They look really good in the borderless, and the foils look pretty solid as well. It's a 4. Except we have an uncommon through the ages. This is Barren Rivalry or Deadly Dispute. Do like that. That's a uncommon though. Blue Mage's Cane is a 3 for mana value. A extended art foil off of the out of Commander. The Wandering Minstrel, that is a 2. Conformer Shuriken, that is also a 2. And conclude with Triple Triad Pack Foil, which is a 6. Yeah, I love when the double uncommons are the same. One foil and one non-foil. That's always funny. Okay, what do we got going on here? We have ourselves a 4 plus 6, that's 10, 12, 14, 17, 5, 6, 7, 13, 17 it is. All right. Still no mythics, though. JB, you are up. Would you like to break the seal on the mythics for this box? Hey, Angelo token. Angelo token. Cool. We have a borderless foil Mughals Valor. I do enjoy that card. And I love the art on this. Beautiful. That's a 5 for mana value. Next up, we have another uncommon off of Through the Ages. This is Thrum of the Vestige, which is Lightning Bolt. Foil Lightning Bolt, though. Can't go wrong on that on Through the Ages. Ooh, that is a borderless foil Summon Kujata. That is a 6 for mana value. Saga Ox. Trample Haste, though. Saga with a summon with Trample Haste. That's not terrible. Shadow Mysterious Assassin. That is a 3. Next up, I don't know. Bull. I know how to say it, and now for some reason the words don't want to come to my mouth, and that's fine. That's a 2. And next up we have a pack foil Wind Crystal. It's like the 5th time I've opened that card, and I couldn't get the words out this time. Couldn't sputter it out. Stolen Uniform borderless foil. I do like that card. Raban. All right, here we go. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 6, 15, and 20. Let me see here. 5 plus 6, that's 11. 14, 15, 16, and 20 it is. No, those are high mana value packs. Pretty much all of them there. All right, so after the first round here, we have David S. with the 17. Daniel B. Technically tied for the low, by the way, with a 17. Daniel B with the 27. Ezra also tied with David S for the low with a 17. And then JB right there in the middle with a 20. Into round 2 we go. Back to you, David. Final Fantasy. All right, Hero. That is a Surge Foil. What do we got going on here? That is a Surge Foil Rare, The Wandering Minstrel. And I will try to showcase it. I do find, like, it sometimes doesn't really come through on the camera. For whatever it's worth, take this at you as you will. The Surge Foils and the foiling on the Through the Ages, they look really, really clean in person. Like, super impressed. And I will say, at least from the stuff that I've opened, I did sleeve up, like, the Surge Foils right away, but they kind of just left them out at room temperature, and the curling has actually been pretty much non-existent. So, big credit. The quality seems to be there. Anyways, that is a Surge Foil Wandering Minstrel. That is a 2. See if we can kind of showcase that off. Excellent. That's 2. We have another Barren Rivalry off of Through the Ages. That is an uncommon. Next up, we have a Mythic. Ooh, Y'shtola. Knight's Bless. That is a front-facing commander Y'shtola. That is a 4. Nice little Mythic there as well. So our first Mythic of the box as well. It's a commander, but it is a Mythic nonetheless. Blue Mage's Cane. Eye of Nidhogg, that is a 3. And a Venat Heart of Hydaelyn, which we've seen at least one of already. Crystal Fragments, Black Waltz number 3. Oh, there we go. There's Fang. I was like, I'm missing an uncommon there. Not anymore. All right, let me sleeve up Y'shtola, and I will sleeve up that Minstrel as well. Most of this other stuff, I'll make sure we package it up nice and neat. Try not to take up too much time on camera. So we have ourselves a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 3, 6, 9, 13, 14, 15. Did I do that right? 3, 6, 9, plus 4, 13, 14, 15, 6, 9, 12. Oh, yeah, 15. Okay. Just double checking. That is a 32 for you, David. And yeah, that's a pretty low pack. It's actually the lowest pack we've seen so far. Daniel B, back to you. So it's interesting on the Surge foil stuff. Typically, I'm seeing about 1 foil uncommon per box, like on average. The actual rares and mythics are kind of all over the place. I've seen anywhere from 0 to 3. All right, here we go. We start off with a Stiltskin Moogle Merchant. I think that borderless foil is like the woodblock treatment. What is a 1 for mana value. Next up, ooh, that is a Through the Ages rare. That is Teferi. That's Teferi Mage of Zalfir. And there's that beautiful foiling on those Through the Ages. It really does look good. And that is a rare, so we count it. That is a 5 for mana value. Summon Veilfor. That is a 5. Saga Drake. I love the summons. I think they are so, so cool. All right. Another Stiltskin. Sure, why not? And then a Wrecking Ball Arm. Oh, that's Barret, huh? Equip creature has base power and toughness 7/7. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Equip legendary. Oh, okay, all right. That's not terrible. And then a Mythic, Lightning. So a pack foil Mythic is only the second Mythic of the box. Lightning Army of 1. That is a 3, and I think Lightning is quite good. Borderless foil Zidane. Primal Garuda. Fang. Sure. All right. Let me sleeve up the Lightning. All right, so we have Daniel B. You have a 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 16, 17. Let me run that back. 5, 6, plus 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. And that will give you a 44 in total. 44. All right. Ezra, back to you. So that's 2 mythics in this box. Just kind of keeping tabs just because the mythic count from the last box seemed like such an outlier that I'm like, well, what's the more true ratio? There we go. Hero token. Ooh, borderless foil Tifa. That is non-surge foil, but that is a borderless foil Tifa Lockhart. That is a 2 for mana value. Excellent. Followed by this is an uncommon off Through the Ages. This is Wild Rose Rebellion or Counterspell. We do have a mythic. It is a borderless Y'shtola. Very nice. That's our second Y'shtola of the box, but this one's the borderless commander. That is a 4 for mana value. Bannon, the Returner's Leader. That is a 2. Darkness Crystal borderless. Not bad there. I do like. I think the Crystal Cycle in general is good. I like the Darkness one quite a bit. And then, the Masamune. That is a 3. Barret, sure. Elixir. Okay. So let me sleeve up the Y'shtola real quick. We have ourselves a 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 13, 14, 15. That's 4, 8, 11, 15 it is. And that will give you a 32. You and David are not to be separated, apparently. All right. JB, back to you. You have a 20 right now. Daniel B has the high with a 44. Ezra and David S both with a 32. Just to kind of give you your bearings here. Here we go. We have a Golbez Crystal Collector. That is the... oh, yeah, that's nice. Actually, the first time I've seen that art in person. That is a 2 for mana value. Uncommon Through the Ages. This is Lightning Bolt again. Actual, quite a bit of duplication of that slot, this particular opening, this box. Kate Sith, Fortune Teller. That is a 4. Squall, Extended Art. Also a 4. Strago and Realm, a 3. And a Noctis Prince of Lucius. That is a 4 as well. Summon Anima, Clash of the Icons, and that will do it there. All right. What do we have going on here for mana value? We have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 15, 16, 17, 6, 10, 13, 17 it is. A lot of 17s. That will put you at a 37 total. So after 2 rounds, David S. and Ezra both in the low with a 32. Daniel B. in the high with a 44. And JB like right in the middle of both of those with a 37. Kind of can go either way. Last round. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. That is a Surge Foil Rare. Ooh, Cypher. That is a second Surge Foil Rare to David S. again as well. That actually, wow, that looks really good. That is Cypher. And it is a 4 mana value Surge Foil Rare. Followed by an uncommon. This Memories of Nibelheim, that Stroke of Midnight. We have Cecil again. That is a 1 mana value. Pretty good way to get the low. So we have the command. We have Sin Unending Cataclysm, and this card is kind of a house. It's a 7 for mana value, followed by a Fire Crystal on the borderless. That is a 4/4 mana value. We have a mythic back here. Is that? Yeah, it sure is. I saw the 9/9 and I was like, let's go. Summon Bahamut, a card I am personally very, very like. This is a card I really, really want multiple copies of, along with Summon Knights of the Round. For reasons, definitely not reanimation targets. Summon Bahamut. This card is amazing. I love the card. I love the design. And also a 9 for mana value. Not really helping your low, but I'm going to guess that you're strangely okay with this. Mountain, Esper, Queen Braun, and that will do it there. I got a couple of sleeve-ins to do here. Let me sleeve up Cypher. We'll sleeve up the Bahamut. All right, 4. Wow, this is actually going to end up being a very high mana value pack, isn't it? 4, 5, plus 7, 12, 21, 25. 9 plus 4, 13, 20, 25. Holy moly. That is a 57. A 57. And I know it's not a Surge Foil Rare or whatever, but you know what? Bahamut's going on top. All right. Cool hit. Daniel B, you have the high right now with a 44 coming into this pack. You're only chasing David by 13, albeit I think we've seen packs below 13. Like, it is feasible. Here we go. So you need a 14 to take the high back outright for the moment. Well, Summon Titan's a decent start to that. That is a 5 mana value. That's Borderless Foil Summon Titan. It is an uncommon off of Through the Ages. This Wild Rose Rebellion, the duplication in that particular slot continues. This time in the foil treatment, though. We have a mythic. It is Y'shtola Rule, and that is a not the commander version. So it's our third Y'shtola, but 2 of them were commander, and this one is from the actual base set. That is a 6 for mana value, and also a super cool card. Followed by, how about how about the borderless version this time? Why not? That is 7 for mana value. I think that puts you back in the high. We have Sid, Free Flyer, Pilot, and then finish with an Edgar, King of Figaro. That should put you firmly back in the high, but let's see. Let me sleeve up Y'shtola real quick. Okay. 6, 12, 14, 21, 26. Yeah, that'll get it done. 7, 5, 12, 13, 14, 20, 26. Yep. It's going to give you a 70 even, Daniel, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably good enough to maintain the high. So, Ezra and JB, you're both very likely shooting for the low at this point. Ezra, you would need a 30, I don't know, some crazy amount. 38? 39? Seems unlikely. We'll put it that way. Here we go. So if you're chasing the low, David has given you an opening because David's at a 57, so you're 25 below that right now. Is that a Surge Foil Mythic? Is that a Surge Foil Mythic? Yeah, it sure is. That is a Surge Foil Borderless Go-Go Master of Mimicry. That might be the first time I've pulled a Surge Foil Mythic. That seems special. Borderless Foil Go-Go. Good card, set Mythic, and a Surge Foil. Wow. It's a 3 for mana value. I will sleeve that bench. And then we got a Mythic off of the Through the Ages. That is Ranger Captain of Eos, Knights of Sandioria. And that is a 3 for mana value. A couple of really smoking pulls to start this pack, Ezra. Followed by an Extended Art Ultima. Summon Magus Sisters, that is a 5. And Ultimate Magic Meteor, yes, please, that is a 6 for mana value. And the Jumbo, we got the Jumbo Cactiar, that is a 7 mana value. Probably not going to be good enough for the low. You have a lot of high mana value cards in here. But I'm going to say all things considered, you're probably happy with this. Some really cool cards in this pack. And again, that's the first time I pulled the Surge Foil Mythic. They seem very, very tough to come by. All right, should we add up some mana value? I guess we should probably do that, right? So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 7, 13, 19, 24, 29, 5, 10, 16, 23, 26, 29. That gives you a 61, which will not be good enough for the high nor the low. But I would say going out with a bang in that pack. JB, this opens the door for you. You are currently chasing. Let's take the high off the table. That seems less than likely. David, you're currently trailing David S by 20 mana value. So 19 or less in this pack, and the low is yours. It's been a high mana value battle. We had finished like 49s in previous battles. No one's even close to that in this one. Okay, here we go, JB. Start off with a Tella the Great Sage and the Borderless Foil. That is a 5 for mana value. Do have a rare off of Through the Ages, and it is, oh yeah, it's Ishin. That's Lightning Lone Commando, and that is an Ishin, which is a really, really strong commander card, obviously. That's a 3. Followed by Soldier Military Program, which is also a 3. Extended Art Foil. A Realm Reborn. That is a 6 for mana value. This is going to be close. All right. That is a lower mana value. That's kind of where you want to be, but this is going to be really, really close. And Vincent Valentine with a 4. Vincent does flip. And Vincent is I ran up against Vincent in pre-release, and this unchecked, just a mean, just a really good card. You get a Surge Foil Vanille back there as well as an uncommon. Let's check this out in terms of mana value. So 19 or less, yours outright. 20 is a tie, and we go to breakers. Anything over 20 is not good enough today. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 19, 24. 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 6, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24 it is. And that will be a 61 as well. Although, I do like that ish in there. All right, so final standings. Box did kind of come around. I just, who knows on pricing. We're not talking about that today, but some solid hits in there. And again, that's the first time I've personally pulled one of the Surge Foil Mythics. Final standings here. David S. somehow holds on to the low with a 57. Daniel B. never trailed, finishing with a finished high of 70. That is our low. That is our high. David S., you have the low. You have the honors. Here we go. Start off with a Borderless Foil Cerberus. And that's Battle at the Big Bridge. That's a Fatal Push. Do you have a Mythic back here? It is Terra, Herald of Hope, off of, that's Commander Terra. A Borderless Foil Darkness Crystal. That's the second one we've seen today. I can't remember who actually pulled it. We saw a bunch of crystals today, really. And then a Meister Seymour. And then conclude with a Tifa Lockhart in the pack foil version. Stolen Uniform Borderless Foil. And that, whoa. That will do it there. Well, I mean, I guess Terra's in there and some other stuff in there. It's okay. Not crazy good, obviously. Daniel B. What we got going on here? Oh, whoa. Ishgard, the Holy Sea. That is a borderless foil. That's the first time I've actually seen that borderless treatment. That is a borderless foil Ishgard. Followed by a Mizzix Mastery, the Dawn Warrior's Legacy. It is a Through the Ages foil rare. Tough to come by. Mythic is borderless foil Tifa Martial Artist. That is actually a pretty good hit. I think it is the front facing, it is the Tifa, and I think the borderless treatment for this particular treatment only comes in collector boxes. I might be wrong about it, but I think that's the case. So that's pretty good. This guy's trolling me because I apparently can't pronounce his name today. The Wandering Minstrel is back. And then Starting Town. This town. Well, I mean, it is a town. This card seems quite good. I believe this card is going to see a bunch of play. That ends up being a really good prize pack for you, Daniel B. Really solid box overall. Prize packs kind of coming through as well. And here we are, another Final Fantasy collector battle in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button for me. By all means, drop me some comments. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much, everybody, and be well.